It is 1:36 a.m. on Friday, March 7th. Even though technically I haven't made it to the new week yet because it's still the night of, technically. It is the end of the week, which means I only have 5 more days of classes before I have to or before I get to be on vacation. Because like I said, the Nationals is the week before spring break and runs into spring break. So I'll be able to just go to Nationals and then go directly home. And that also means that I have nothing planned to talk about right now. I just had a midterm, vector calc midterm, which went surprisingly well, I think. But that's always really doesn't bode well for me, is that I usually associate thinking I did well in the exam to being, I did not so good. That always seems to happen. That every exam that I'm like, damn, I rocked that, I get back and it's not good at all. I also found that if I used to like talking about the exam afterwards, but now I refuse to talk about it with other people because I find that if I realize that I made a mistake, I will start beating myself up over it for like the entirety of the next couple of days. I'll just be like, damn, I should have answered that correctly. I don't know why I missed that. So even though I have 2 hockey teammates in the same class, I refuse to talk about it with them because I am not getting told, oh yeah, this answer is actually this. And I'm like, oh, I got it wrong. But okay, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to wait. I have no idea how long he's going to take to grade these because he's not been grading the homeworks for this class fast. So we'll have to see where that happens. I think I'm going to have to get really ahead on work this weekend. It's one of the first weekends I actually don't have to do anything. So I think tomorrow night I'm going to get all the homework that's due Monday done, or at least start my algo homework. I want to get my ComSci, my programming language projects done. Programming language is interesting because it's not really a computer science class in the same regard as learning a language or learning a specific subsect of like learning Python to do data analysis or learning VHDL to create a CPU. I'm learning C and kind of the history of languages a little bit, but I also chose 2 languages to learn, so I chose C++ and C#. One of them is an extension, so it just gives me extra credit. But I want to learn C++ because that's the industry standard for video game development, and I want to learn C# because that's also another side thing because it's something that I think I should learn regardless. And so I just have to do that in a small little project part in C. Like I'm learning all the C languages, which is dope. But do that. Unfortunately, I have a project that's due in 2 weeks, and it's in the algo class, and that usually takes an extremely long amount of time to get properly done. So, and I also have to do it in a group, so I have to talk to my professor about it. My God. Ugh. And then get that going down. But yeah, I just got to get ahead of work because I'm going to miss a week of school. And you may think a week of school is not too much. And in high school, it was never too much. Boarding school, but high school, never too much. You could always catch up. You just get homework ahead of time or something like that. It was never so that you were learning a substantial amount within the class periods. But in college, especially when in language and lecture classes that are like longer, like my algo class is an hour and 15 minutes long. So it's 25 minutes longer than my other ComSci classes. So I learned significantly more in that class. And so like when I say significantly more, like literally in the class. You learn more like by being there. So I have a couple of classes that are really beneficial to be in the class, and especially because language meets 5 times a week, I'm not just missing 3 classes, which is usually the norm. I'm missing 5, which is a really large amount. So I really need to get ahead so I don't have to do work because I really want to just go to nationals and not have to do work. Last year, we had to do work because I think they're actually this week last year, And our team was the only one who wasn't on spring break. And we were the only team that had some academic responsibilities because we are one of the only schools that went there that were a good school in that regard. But this year I really want to go and not have to do work. I know that I'll have to do some of like the classwork for language at least, and probably I'll do some little bits of homework. But I think I will be able to at least get some extensions for that work. But yeah, since I have 2 projects due next week and I have them already assigned, I want to get them done as soon as possible. Hopefully I'll be able to get the Algo project done by next week before I leave, right before I leave. The programming language is done this weekend, just Japanese homework done tomorrow. Algo homework, probably I'll finish it Saturday. And I don't think I'll have math homework because we just had a midterm. So it's just a lot that I really need to get going because I really only have 1 week left of school and then I'm on break. So I just gotta get ahead of a lot of things.